So Gabby is back. I'm confused. So end of the night, I turn on my YouTube, say what's going on with the Atlanta Street interviews, and I hear Gabby in my ear. I'm like, wait a minute. And so I said, that must be an old video, because my understanding is Polo called Gabby's people behind her back to get Gabby out of town. Marcus said he found a pipe, CRACK pipe in the room. And so I think they did a video on his channel that you got to pay for, which I don't have a subscription to, but just putting together the pieces, Marcus found that pipe, and they were saying that she's on the hard stuff. Now, she did say she did mess with meth before, but anyway, and so I was getting ready to do a video commending, big upping Polo for going behind Gabby's back, getting in touch with her mama to get her out of town and hopefully get her in a better place, better space. And Polo was down, so people were speculating, oh man, he's missing her, right? And so that's why when I heard her voice, I was like, okay, this must be an old video. Then I looked at the date and it said May the 20th, 2026, and it said 4 hours ago. So come to find out, Gabby is back. Gabby's people, she went with her people who live in Atlanta, Decatur, someplace close. Her mama, and I guess they moved to Georgia a few years back. So she lives close. And she was saying how strict her mama is, and that once she gets in the house, she can't get back out the house. She's back in the hood. I guess somebody that lives where her mama lives brought her back to the area and gave her a ride back to the area. And she's hanging out with, I guess, her new homeboys. Oh, she's a rapper now. She's a rapper. She has a SoundCloud account. She was saying, go check out her rap. What's up with all these people want to be rappers? I mean, bless your heart. But, and so Marcus was going to go to interview CJ, I think he said, and then Gabby comes out the room. Now, Marcus saying, people are going to think I made this up. No, I don't think you made this up, Marcus. I really don't. I'm buying into this hook, line, and sinker. I think Gabby went to her people's house, and she came back. She's back, right? I'm scratching my head like, what? Gabby has a new look, a new wig. Somebody in the comments said she has a Whitney Houston look. And Marcus was pressing her about the pipe. Said, hey, I went through your stuff in the room. I went through the room and I found a pipe. Gabby said that was not her pipe. All right. She said, that was not my pipe. That was some person that smokes that Polo had in the room that stole $200 from them or something. All right. So Marcus was pressing her about the pipe. Said, are you ready to be honest? And Marcus said, well, you told us you use meth. And so this crack pipe is not far-fetched, And she said, no, I don't do it. Denial. Then I guess before she left town, she left the room with panties and she didn't come back with panties, Polo told Marcus. And of course, Marcus airs that out. And so Marcus confronts Gabby on that. And Gabby said, no. Once I'm at my mama's house, she's so strict, I can't come back out. But no, Marcus said, no, before you left to go out of town. And Gabby was like, oh, we're going back to that now. And I think she said that was a lie too. She denied that as well. And that was interesting. I was really hoping she was gone. But no, she said, hey, my people live in Atlanta. And she's back over in the hood hanging out. And I guess when the person decides to go home, she's going to get a ride back to her mother's house, who's very strict. Marcus wanted to wanted Gabby to confront Polo. So Marcus went up to Polo's room, and Polo was like, I don't want to be on camera. I do not want to be on camera. And that camera in your face can get very annoying. I do get that. And he said, I don't want to be on camera. And it seemed like Gabby said, yeah, Polo knows that I'm back. And she came to the door with a bottle, surprise, and he wanted her to lay down. She wanted to lay down. She didn't want to lay down. Something. It's hard to keep up. It's first of all, I believe it's real. All right, I don't believe Marcus scripted this or made this up or plotted. Those people are not smart enough to do that, including Marcus. They're not smart enough to put all these pieces together. I think Gabby did go, and now she's back. Gabby is saying she does not use the hard substance. All right. Whether I believe it or not, I don't believe it. I believe she does. The fact that she was in jail. Remember when she first came back on scene, she had got out of jail for stealing a wig. And they're like, why'd you steal the wig? She said, well, I just wanted to. Well, no, that's some kind of crackhead, drug addicted type of actions and behavior, right? And then, yeah. So, and I like Gabby. I like her. I do like Gabby. All right, maybe because of her youthfulness, and I hope she can find a better place, a better way in life. But I think she's full of stuff. All right, because most people who are hooked on stuff, they don't admit it, right? They don't admit it. I had a guy working for me. This was 20 years ago. Todd Long. I think Todd Long is long gone. Todd, you still around? Look me up, man. Give me a call. But he had a big old tablespoon that was folded over, right? The handle was folded over, and it was in a case, and in a black case. And so he had left that in the work van. And he said, Troy, did you find a case in the work van? And I said, yeah. Was it a black case with a big old spoon in it, and a lighter, I think, so they can, shoot up the stuff. And Todd Long said, no, that's not the case I was looking for. That's not mine. Well, who the hell was it? It's not mine. But the lengths of the lies that people go through to not tell the truth. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully she's just hanging out and wasting her life away, and she's not on drugs. But that sounds silly even saying that, right? No, let me. Oh man, you know how I am with these women. I get soft. But anyway, it is what it is. All right. I have a compassion. I have a heart towards the women. Now the jokers, the guys, I give the guys. The ladies, don't let them start crying either, man. Just man. But hey, I remember one time I tried to discipline my daughter, right? So she had told a bald-faced lie to me, right? And this was back in the day, we would discipline our kids. And so, and I was like, T, just go to your room. And then my wife instigated. She's like, you know what? If one of the boys did that to you, one of the boys told a lie to you, what would you do to them? I said, yeah, I know. I would have to get with them. And she said, well, why are you treating Tierra differently? So I said, all right. I said, Tierra, come on up here. And so I called myself discipliner. And so I tapped her one time. She was about 8 or 9, right? Just a little tap. And then she started, she didn't even cry. But you know how when you feel yourself starting to cry and you start welling up on the inside? And so I felt that. And I said, all right, get on out of here. You learned your lesson. Go. What I did. And so the story goes, I found out later on, when she went downstairs, because everybody's like in the family room, she said, yeah, Dad's up there crying more than me. which I was. Something about my daughter. It's just, hey man, everybody plays a fool for somebody, right? Anyway, but what was my point of that story? I don't know. The point is, yeah, I think Gabby. I want to believe her. I really want to believe her, but I think she's full of it. And but time will tell. She got that new wig. I like the little braids better, but I guess she got this wig. Oh, she didn't steal that wig, Gabby. You didn't take that wig, did you? But she got that wig. It looks better than Feist's wig, I will say that. But it is a little different. Somebody said a Whitney Houston look. But she is back. She's saying that that pipe was not hers. The incident with the panties, she said that was a lie. And yeah, Gabby, you girl, go home. Go to your mama's house. Get you in some type of rehab or something. Do something. You're young. You have opportunities. Oh, then Marcus said, because Gabby came out of another room there in that motel. And but CJ was in the background just. Marcus was supposed to be going to go to CJ, right? But he was in the background just following them. And Gabby said, well, I came out that room. Mark said, what you doing coming out the other room? Not CJ's room, but another room. And she said, I had to make a quick play. And Mark said, a play? Because, the play, I guess that means prostitution. Well, I thought it meant prostitution. But she said I didn't get any money. I was just with a homeboy. Some far-fetched answer, which is unbelievable. But it's never a dull moment around there. One thing I can say about Marcus is the cast of characters is never ending. And he created his own little environment, right? Because I think they had the dungeon or the cellar somewhere where homeless people used to congregate. But he created his own little space at the motel for all the homeless, all of his characters to be. So, and I say characters, but people. So, anyway, tell me what y'all think in the comments. And yeah, y'all have a good night. I look tired. I'm always tired. But hey, it is what it is. Don't forget, the deadline for the talent show is tomorrow evening, Thursday evening. Today is Wednesday. Make sure you register, all right? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Gabby is back. Gabby, go home, Gabby. Take your butt home, little girl. Get you a job. Get in some type of program. Get some help for your mind. Get your mind right.